and I'm going to give the cogent final Nikola Jokic. I have the benefit of knowing with utter certainty, with every fiber of my being, that history is going to judge this opinion favorably. If they all got together and they were hanging out in a room, does Jokic get to hang out with Kareem, Michael, LeBron, and Magic? Or is he over in the other corner with Steve Nash? Like, yeah, I don't know how I got in here either. I don't know what's going on. Antoine used to be reserved for the all-time best of the best, the greatest of the greats, plus Steve Nash. Now it's reserved for the all-time best of the best, the greatest of the greats, plus Steve Nash and Nikola Jokic. We live in a world where Shaq, Kobe, Chris Paul, and Embiid combined have 2. And Nash and Jokic combined are about to have 4. If we could just revoke those 4 and distribute them fairly across the board, call it an MVP socialism plan, all of a sudden a lot of NBA history makes more sense. So, you know what's also a joke? MVP awards now, evidently. So ridiculous. So yeah, I was right. All the media nerds were wrong, and they got to eat it.
Like, your issue is not actually with Joker. It's with the media crowning Joker. It's with the analytic diehards crowning Joker. And this has been mixed up into a goulash of Joker slander. That's not what it is. It is the media overvaluing empty stats over winning basketball.
I'm done killing Joker. I said that history is going to judge me fairly and right on this. When they announce he wins MVP and his season is already over and he might already be back in Serbia riding that chariot and not even there to collect the award, people are going to quickly realize I was right about this all along. So listen, he played well last night. He did what I had asked him to do, of course, until the end when Steph blew by him and then Draymond stole his cookies and the game was over and their season's over and the idea of him being a top 5 player in this league hopefully, mercifully is over. But I'm not going to kill him. Listen, it is what it is. He's a really, really good player that calculators have wildly overrated, and the playoffs will continue to show us that.
All right, but what's being exposed is Jokic to a large degree. He's not what these analytics guys think he is. All right, analytics are best, whether it's in baseball or basketball, Wilds, when it's combined with the eye test, when it's combined with the intangibles. He's not as dominant as the numbers suggest.
MVP is Nikola Jokic, so congrats to him, back-to-back MVP. Now, so I really struggle to feel super excited about this MVP. I can't unsee what I'm watching with Joel Embiid. I can't unsee what I'm watching with Giannis. And I get it, it's a team game, but this is an individual award. And when you see the impact that Giannis is having without Chris Middleton and Joel Embiid is having when he's out up against a team like the Miami Heat, it's really, really hard for me to sit here and say that I wasn't completely right about Joel Embiid this whole time.
I don't think the Joker should have won the award for MVP. I think we're losing the point, and I think by picking the Joker, you just open up a can of worms that you don't necessarily have to have a winning season.
I'd take Anthony Davis over Luka. I'd take Anthony Davis over Jokic. Yes, I would.
We know what Embiid brings to the table from a skill perspective, not saying that Jokic doesn't have that. Jokic doesn't have the necessary athleticism that Embiid has. Why am I bringing that up, Tim? There's nothing that Jokic does that Embiid can't do. But there are athletic things that Embiid can do that Jokic can't, because the brother can't jump on a curve.
Denver underachieves every year, you know it, and
Hey, what about Philly?
I don't think anybody lies awake at night thinking about Jokic because it's not, he doesn't scare you, he annoys you with how great he is.
And the other part to that conversation, Big Perk, is are we looking at Jokic as a top 5 player in the game? A lot of people don't, just because he hadn't had success once we got to the postseason.
I've never seen a disconnect like this where a guy monopolizes the MVP, and yet he floats in and out of my top 5 at like 5.
Yeah.
He's not in almost anyone's top 3. I've never seen anything like it.
We know Jokic is more likely than not the most valuable player, because he doesn't necessarily have postseason success. His value doesn't actually translate in the most meaningful moments. If you just watch the tape, I don't think Jokic is more valuable than Giannis.
Well, you're asking me to channel my inner nerd, okay? Because what has earned him those MVPs are analytics. I don't know that it's going to change the view of the voters who voted for him analytically. They're going to defend that. They're going to die on that hill.
But once you enter the Take Thunderdome and you fire off a bad one, you're going to have to take shrapnel. Like, that's how it works, JJ. Sorry,
it's
pal.
Mean in
Those
these
are the rules. You step into our world, you better make sure those takes are buttoned up.
Out west.
Stunned. I'm
Out west. Now, listen, I know what you're thinking, America. Brew didn't have the Denver Nuggets. And the Nuggets had the league MVP as a 6th seed. He was allowed to win league MVP because he didn't have his 2 best players. When they're a championship level team when his 2 best players are there. So, and those guys are now back. So, of course, you'll have the Nuggets. But no, I don't, because nobody actually believes in the Nuggets, even though they're now fully whole, because they know the Jokic thing was total joke. I do, however, believe in the Clippers. That's enough to make the conference finals. It, however, is not going to be enough to overcome what will be, mark this down, the best offense in NBA history.
Wow!
The most efficient offense in NBA history, this year's Dallas Mavericks.
Wow.
Here we go.
Luka against Embiid in the NBA Finals. Mavs win the title. Mavs win the title.
Sweep. A lot of the conversation around Nikola Jokic is this idea of eye test and analytics. It's as if to say if you watch another player, it's clear they're more valuable. It's clear they're better. And my question to people that would say that is, what the fuck are you watching?
Jalen Rose, who's the best in the West?
The team that drafted me when I was wearing a red and white suit and red gaiters. The Denver Nuggets. They have the reigning back-to-back MVP who legitimately could go for his 3rd straight.
Jamal Murray healthy? Denver could win it all. Agreed. Denver could win it all.
Like Jamal, 7 foot, bringing the ball up the court, initiating the offense, the passing. Come on, man.
And you may be tired of him. You may have voter fatigue. Get ready for Nikola Jokic to jump back into the MVP race. 23, 10, and 9, a.k.a. almost a triple-double on 63% shooting. And the stat of the year, Denver is plus 174 points total with Jokic on the floor and minus 124 when he's on the bench. That doesn't even make sense. He's going to be in the MVP race again. You may be tired of it. You may be bored with it. Keep an eye on the Nuggets. They are in it to win it.
Look at Jokic's playoff numbers. They're insane. This guy has delivered in the playoffs. He has not made the finals. That's fair. But this idea that he's done nothing in the playoffs has just been conjured out of thin air by people who are angry that he won the first 2 MVPs. He's been to the conference finals. He's gotten to the 2nd round twice with very limited teams. And what are we even doing here?
And I want to start with Denver. They're the best in the West by 5 games. They got the reigning 2-time MVP.
The Denver Nuggets have everything and more, and they cross all the T's and dot the I's. You're not going to win a ring or get out of a conference unless you have the others step up occasionally to help you win ball games, and the Denver Nuggets have that. It's time for us to stop disrespecting them, and we need to believe.
We've talked for months about how tight the Western Conference is, but it's not tight at the top. The Nuggets are putting a big gap on the rest of this jumbled up field.
So are they going to win it?
They're killing in the clutch. They got a guy who's going to win the 3rd consecutive MVP in all likelihood. Tavius Caldwell-Pope and Bruce Brown are 2 of the most effective players in the league this year by plus, minus, and in the clutch. So how come nobody talks about this team? How come nobody respects this team? And I'm not talking about just the media. Spears, when I talk to people in the league, when I talk to players, they don't have a lot of respect for this team. They just generate good shots. And by the way, what do you need in the NBA right now? What's the most important thing you got to have other than versatile defenders? Yeah. You got to have good 3-point shooting. Guess who's the number 1 3-point shooting team in the NBA? Denver Nuggets, number 1 percentage in the NBA.
If the Nuggets get home court advantage throughout the playoffs, I don't know what team in the West is going to beat them in a 7-game series, especially when you have to deal with the altitude. But since you're scared to say it, I'm going to say it, okay? Okay, well, don't come giving me this stuff about a triple-double. I don't want to hear that. You know why? When I watch the games, I'm watching Jokic pass the ball, and I'm watching his guys catch and shoot, no hesitation, good or bad shot. And let me tell you one thing. It goes on, conversations goes on in that locker room, and players know what their stats are. You know it was 8 games this season where Jokic had single-digit shot attempts. Single-digit shot attempts. Not shots made, shot attempts. So you're telling me your best player on the floor, a guy that has the ball in his hands all the time, has 8 games where he has single-digit shot attempts? Make that make sense to me. He was actually around 9.5, 9.8. And then all of a sudden, he started searching for them assists to get it up above 10. So don't come giving me nothing about a triple-double. And don't come up here telling me about what?
My God. Are you sitting here and saying that the reigning 2-time league MVP, who plays for the Denver Nuggets, Nikola Jokic, is having his numbers padded?
All I'm saying is that they know this in this locker room with the Denver Nuggets. So let's not sit up here and just act like we don't see what's going on. That's what I'm saying.
They're 23-0 when he has a triple-double. I know Perk is on this Joel Embiid's the MVP rant. I know he's on this thing. But, let's not make up a narrative about a player that is just so unbased in reality.
And so when I look at JJ and I hear him talk, because he's so big in analytics, and why didn't he never bring up this in particular subject? When it comes down to guys winning MVP since 1990, it's only 3 guys that won the MVP that wasn't top 10 in scoring. Do you know who those 3 guys were?
Who are they?
Steve Nash, Jokic, and Dirk Nowitzki. Nah. What do those guys have in common? I'll let it sit there and marinate. You think about it. Why is this subject not brought up? What do those 3 guys have in common when they won the MVP for us? Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki, and Jokic, that wasn't top 10 in scoring. Why we move the goalposts for certain people, and then for others, we don't?
And I don't disagree with most of what you're talking about.
And Perkins pointed out that since 1990, the only players to win MVP awards without being, I think he said, in the top 10 scorers that year were Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, and Nikola Jokic. Obviously, all 3 are white. Now, JJ pointed out something, you didn't hear it there, but he did say it was interesting. It was convenient, Perk, that you said 1990 is the cutoff, because Magic Johnson, won 3 MVPs in the 80s and never, Magic wasn't a huge scorer. So
why does it drive you nuts that he's going to win another MVP?
The reason I care, Colin, is because I think NBA MVP is one of the only awards we have left that has true historical relevance. It tells the story of the league.
Right.
And in 60 years, folks are going to be like, oh, man, how many titles Jokic wins? None. Did he get unlucky? Nope. Nobody actually even expected him to win the title. What about when they were the 1 seed? People know the same voters who are demanding, if you don't vote Jokic, you don't understand the sport. Ask them who they got winning the West, much less the title. And you know who they'll say? Teams who have players who are better than Jokic, but they're not actually better than Jokic, but they play defense and then get a bucket better. But have you seen Jokic's VORP? Not that I'm passionate about it. It just bothers me, Colin. We used to have standards in this country.
Well, oh boy.
And so I do think for the voters, this is a seminal moment. Are we going to redefine what is and what is not an MVP? I think it is Joel Embiid. Mm-hmm. What I would think is wrong is if Joel Embiid has back-to-back years where he averages more points than Shaq's career high, and Giannis has 3 straight years where we all acknowledge he's the best player in the world. And those 2 guys, neither one of them win an MVP because the same guy has won all of them. That would bother me.
He's a great player. Get to the finals. You win 3 straight MVPs and you don't get to the finals. We shouldn't give away the MVP award anymore.
Correct.
Is
He's a victim of today's analytics-driven approach to viewing greatness. I don't necessarily put that on him.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
Voters, wake up.
Yeah.
If he
I'm
was the
with you on
MVP, MVPs don't just all of a sudden in the postseason become un-MVPs.
Right.
If he was truly the most valuable player in the sport, you would see it.
It did come out this week, him telling The Athletic, Embiid that is, people have been talking about who has the most pressure to win. People want to mention me. I'm at the top of that list. I'm not a two-time MVP. I've never made first-team All-NBA. I've never won anything. So why is there pressure on me to do something when there are guys who have won 2 MVPs, a bunch of MVPs, and haven't done anything either? Clearly,
shots fired.
Joel Hans Embiid is my MVP, is at the top of my list.
I think Embiid is the MVP as well. I mean,
yeah, I like Embiid. I think he's playing on another level this year.
You know, I voted for him last year. I'm voting for him this year. I have a vote. Embiid is getting my vote. I think he's been absolutely spectacular this season. And to me, I'm going to say this, Tim Legler and Doggy, I think that the noise that was being made about Jokic potentially as an MVP, winning his 3rd straight and stuff like that, I think it's been a turnoff to him. I think he stopped prioritizing going for the MVP award. I think he was affected by all the noise.
I think Joker, if I knew him, I would tell him, I think he let the outside noise creep in where he was like, you know what, I'm going to take my foot off the gas a little bit because I don't want it to look like I'm stat padding or I'm just trying to win that. And that left room for this conversation to happen. If he just kept doing what he'd been doing for the whole season, he would win it. But now he's left room for now. Embiid kind of has the momentum.
8% Nuggets. Home court advantage. Allegedly one of the greatest players ever. Aaron Gordon's been pretty good. Nobody believes him. Wonder why. 10% the Mavs.
But I like the Lakers. They're definitely ahead of Denver. I like them better than Denver. I like them better than Denver.
We're just
the one thing about Denver, I don't like Denver's guys. The seriousness, I don't think those guys are guys that's trying to win titles. I like them. I think they're a nice team, a nice collection of guys that play good together. Joker's exceptionally well, but the Lakers and AD, those guys are mentally focused for winning titles. It's a different mentality with the Lakers. Denver I just feel like that's a good team.
It's a regular season
if it
team.
happens.
We've seen it before in sports.
Well,
regular season team.
Are the Lakers in it?
No, I mean, we're talking about my Lakers and them not only treading water, but being a team that can do some damage early on in the playoffs. I mean, when you start looking at the top 3 seeds, I don't know that the Lakers should be afraid of any of them. Are they really afraid of the Denver Nuggets?
So I really only trust 3 teams in the West, and I'm being a little scary and cheesy with it, but they're the teams that I've seen do it before. I don't know what the Nuggets are going to do. They put up, they win games, but like in the postseason, are we going to do that?
I feel like Denver fans are ready to get let down. Every year they seem like they have this really good team and something goes wrong. Let's say they play the Clippers in the first round. Who are you picking?
Why the Denver Nuggets don't have us talking about them and they're the number 1 seed? Is it because their coach has called them out plenty of times on being soft? Because they have all the pieces. Is that what are the Denver Nuggets doing that we're not talking about them for as being the favorite, for as representing the Western Conference?
Well, they fell off. They tailed off a bit. And when they tailed off, what they reminded us of is who they are. In other words, they were a really, really, really good team. But when you look at the elite, you say, would they really get over the hump? Have they convinced you that they're those dudes? They haven't. That's the answer to your question. Nobody believes Denver are those dudes until further notice.
Because you just don't look at the Denver Nuggets, no matter what they do, as a championship caliber team.
Got it.
Gordon, no call. Talked about just the maturity he had it when he was a rookie. What a day we have had. Day 2 of the NBA playoffs. Already a couple of road teams with wins. Meanwhile, Jokic and Tom. Bumble, grinded, picked it up. Oh, pirouette. Couldn't get it there, but the tackle. He's got 13. Murray. 6-0 Minnesota run. Jokic. Jokic is just as good as we've ever seen at that position.
Gobert with 6 points. And Michael Porter Jr. And on this night, Denver showed why they are the #1 team in the West.
Nobody respects Denver.
What do you mean nobody respects them?
Most people aren't picking them to win the West. They've been the best team from start to finish in the West. They're the #1 seed, and still nobody's picking. I think it's disrespectful. I love the fact they came out here and punched Minnesota in the face.
I was going to say, don't you use that then?
Yes, you do.
I have a question.
But
after you go.
Ernie, the #1 seed, normally some people pick them to get to the finals.
Line so far here in game 2 and really in this series so far. Jokic backdoor cut. Look at that pass. Unreal. Obviously a tough shot at the rim. Cat has to get involved. Back and forth. Jokic. Murray and Jokic. Minnesota is out of bounds. This is Murray. Murray looking for some daylight. Steps back. Fires. Nuggets have hit 6 of their last 7. Jokic! And they'll take a 2-0 series lead as this heads to Minneapolis.
Also moving up, the Denver Nuggets. Their largest slice of the pie yet, I believe. 8% for the Nuggets. They earned an easy round 1. They will now get an easy round 1. That home court advantage is legitimate. I would expect them to be done with Minnesota in 5 at the most, so they move up a bit. Also moving up. Do I need to say it? Light the damn beat! All right,
points on 3 of 12 in game 2. 9 turnovers through the first 2. As Crook with the 3rd foul. Murray pirouettes free, fades, and hits. Good after punching that wall. Jokic, great touch feed to Green. Caldwell Pope off the steal. Edwards trying to get back, and he does. What a rich 15 for the 21-year-old star Edwards. Porter Jr. Tried a little give and go. Green was left alone. Waits and hits.
Last season's first round against the Celtics, where he was one of the best players on the floor in that series. Give him a lot of credit. We don't see that a lot.
Edwards using a Gobert screen will pull and hit.
Position there, the nice rear view block on Anthony Edwards.
Conley had it deflected. Didn't hurt from Michael Malone after a couple of turnovers to begin the frame for the Nuggets. Brown finds Christian Brown. Here's Jokic. Spinning, tossing, and finishing. Fun game 3 in Minnesota. Denver 2-0 series lead. The lob to Gordon plays in this 4th. Here's Murray behind the back. Jokic too pretty. As that will do it, the Denver Nuggets take a commanding 3-0 series lead over the Timberwolves.
NBA coach, one of the most respected men in the league. Murray spins, going to shoot at the rim, puts it down, and he's
right there. A possession of confusion offensively for Minnesota.
Gordon, point blank.
Coach told me that Jokic makes the perfect pass on time.
Jokic sizes up Gobert. He's going to launch, and he buries it. Edwards looking for the answer. Murray for the shoot. Murray elevates, and he buries it. Sizes up Caldwell Pope, spins, fades, he buries in half. So Anderson done for the night. Jokic sizes up the 3 and hits. Caldwell Pope.
And Denver can put baskets up quickly.
Porter fires, got it. Back to Jokic, Porter fakes, fires, he buries it again. Everyone standing. Jokic, here comes the reigning 2-time MVP, fades and sticks. Shooting Minnesota lineup to begin the overtime. Who does Chris Finch trust down the stretch? That is Goldman. Edwards turns the corner. Here he comes to the cup, lays it up and in. And the Minnesota Timberwolves stave off elimination. What a matchup. He spins, fades, and scoreless each of the last 2 games. Big bucket there. Christian Brown fires an open 3. Got it.
Shots, Prince wide open, just couldn't convert.
Murray splits. Seconds to shoot. Edwards splits 2, extends. Stands to the rack and makes it down. Maintain the level of detail, Stephanie, that they started this game with. As Murray plays circuit shot. Then Jeff Green. Towns gonna fire. He got it. Terrific defender Bruce Brown. Edwards elevates and buried. Murray right into his chest. Edwards fades. Got it. 7 Towns. Underneath, Gobert was left open. He flushes. Minnesota 80. Just under 2 minutes into the fourth. Here comes Porter instead. There has hit the last 8 points for the Timberwolves. Here comes Ken. Knifes in, lays it in. Offensive rebound, Gordon. Boy, he used all of his leaping ability. Porter from deep. Edwards around a screen. To the rack goes left hand off. They'll get it to Murray. 30 seconds. Jokic, then a little hesitation. Puts it in. And he's fouled. Gets it to him. Edwards launches. No. And Denver survives. And they have punched their ticket to the Western semis.
But I'll take the Suns to still represent the Western Conference in the finals.
Suns, Warriors, Jalen says.
I'm going with the Suns as well.
That's
and
right.
they just added who Stephen A. calls the best player in the game, and Kevin Durant.
The team to beat is the Phoenix Suns because KD is healthy. KD is easily, when he is healthy, the best player in the NBA.
I don't have Phoenix as my favorite for us coming out of the Western Conference. It's not about just 2 players. I mean, Devin Booker and Kevin Durant both played 40 minutes. 40. Who's going to be the others that come in and step in off the bench? Because again, strength are in numbers when you're trying to win the championship.
I am going to pick the Denver Nuggets to win the NBA championship this season.
Wow.
Like, nobody's going to like it. You're going to hear the little air horn from Yates every time we're going to mention of Jokic's name, but I think they're the most complete team. I think they're going to beat Phoenix in the next round. Aaron Gordon will guard KD. That's going to be a colossal match. I think Aaron Gordon can actually guard KD.
I mean, no
now,
one
try. Now, nobody can guard, but like limit him. Like if I'm walking away and KD is,
1.4 points per shot.
10 for 24 for 22 points. That's a win.
Right.
That's a win.
But when is he ever going to be 10 for 24? I'm saying, when has he ever really shrunk he's in the playoffs like that?
I mean, he's shot those kind of percentages before. I mean, Boston.
Shrink.
Boston.
So here's the thing about where I'm at with the Suns, Wilds. Going into this postseason, I felt like they were conference finalists at a minimum. And that if they all fit together, they could be the most dangerous team in the league. They have now won 4 games in a row. Yeah. And I feel worse about them than at any point. I like the Nuggets. I'm shocked because I have not been exactly the biggest Nikola Jokic and Nuggets guy, but I feel differently than I did 10 days ago. I think the Nuggets.
I think it's a good series, but I'm picking the Suns in 6. I don't think the Nuggets defense is good enough to stop that juggernaut of an offense. The two clearly the best offensive duo in the league, in Durant and Booker. They had trouble at times with Minnesota. And they're a silly team, as I've said. They're not a smart team. Phoenix is a smart team. Now, I think if they face the Lakers or the Warriors in the playoffs, the Suns are going to have to be a little more sophisticated offensively. I think they'll be able to survive against Denver.
Suns in 6 is correct.
His legs. Good defense. Porter launches. Struggling a little bit with his shot, but he's done everything else. Murray looking to push. This is what they want to do.
Booker went crazy. He wasn't needed as much in that series.
Murray, it's good again. Defends Murray. 66 seconds. Murray fades and sticks him some good minutes off the bench with 8 still on the side with 4 whistles. Gordon keeps coming out.
Denver is energized. Bruce Brown. Sense of urgency, collective effort, great defense, and a great win.
A little bit passive down the stretch, to put it lightly, in game 1. And he's got Porter defensively as well. There he is defending against Durant. Baseline jumper.
So that maybe he goes with his starters.
He's
not giving an inch.
A beautiful give and go. Murray able to start to take control. Gordon fades. Here in Denver tonight, Paul gets a screen. Fakes. Just masterful. Malone said he called him and said, what's going on? How come one team's pick you up? Ayton play wide open. That defensive backboard. See the scalding hot shooting numbers in the corner. Booker keep. Devin Booker. Only the 6th triple tonight for the Suns. Jokic. He buries it. Here comes Booker trying to turn the corner. Right. Backing down Biyombo to the box. Fades. He sticks. Just 4 points. 1 of 11 shooting. Mid-range. Got it. This is Durant. Got it. Play by Damian Lee. This is Booker spinning. Booker just surgical. Caldwell Pope gets a screen. He's going to launch.
Kevin Durant on the floor that you could not have a better impact. Back here down the stretch.
Here comes Murray. Jokic. He is pure basketball poetry. The Denver Nuggets have answered the bell in the Western Conference semifinals.
Let's enjoy greatness watching this Joker play. This probably was the most impressive victory I've seen for Denver, because it wasn't one of those games where they shoot the ball well and they outscore people. They won the game on defense.
16% up. The Denver Nuggets. Jokic, outstanding.
Thank you.
In game 2 of that series. Jamal Murray, outstanding in game 1.
But you got KCP gave you what he gave you, and Bruce Brown. I just love Bruce Brown's effort. But the reason they won this game was Nikola Jokic. He's a 2-time MVP for a reason. He's the first player with a 35-15-5 2 playoff game since Jokic did it last year. Oh, that's him. Wow. 5 assists, 2 steals. What can he do?
Shannon Sharp, there's only one reason that the Suns lost this game. It's because their maestro got hurt. I was supremely disappointed in my man, Kevin Durant, because he's as efficient a scorer as we've ever seen in the history of this game. And if you shoot 10 for 27, that's not efficient. You get blown off the floor. It's 27-14. And really, it wasn't Jokic who did the most damage. He did some damage, but the most damage was done by KCP. KCP shot 3 threes in the fourth quarter, and he made all 3. And it's just hard to overcome that. And Denver, obviously, they're very good, and they're playing with big chips on their shoulders because nobody's given them much respect all year. So that's what you got hit with right between the eyes. I still believe, with all my heart and soul, if Chris doesn't pull his groin, Phoenix wins game 2.
But I can tell you one thing you can count on.
Probably true, yeah.
Jokic gonna give you them numbers.
No, he does. He puts up steady numbers, but he doesn't scare me like the
he
guy
scared you.
scares me.
He scared you.
No, he doesn't. He didn't scare me in the fourth quarter.
Well, you like.
Well, here's my beef. I have not yet seen the Nuggets on Title Pie, which means they're ahead of the Warriors.
Yes.
The Warriors beat the Nuggets 4-1 last year. I know
Last year.
They're the same teams. Denver's added Jamal Murray, but Bubble Jamal comes around every blue.
They're not the same teams. They didn't have Jamal or Michael Porter.
He had 10 points last night. Michael Porter Jr.? Okay,
Stop.
I'm just saying. They should be ahead of the Nuggets.
All right, a disclaimer. Big Perk is on ESPN, and we're about to talk about Nikola Jokic. Everyone take a breath, okay? We know what happened the last time. Everyone take a breath. I know you're a huge Jokic guy. You have been the whole way. What did you see tonight in particular?
Well, you know what? I saw when it mattered the most, he wasn't waiting on nobody offensively. He answered every single call that Devin Booker and Kevin Durant threw at him on the other end. And when I think about Jokic and how he dominated the matchup with DeAndre Ayton, I mean, hell, DeAndre Ayton said that he has a Tesla-type battery. Look like he needs to switch over to a diesel engine because he got cooked tonight.
At 34 in game 1, here is Booker. He got it.
Some sore losers, and they're showing that in the response so far.
Yeah, a really strong risk, but Monty Williams did tell us before the game, against any great player, you got to mix.
Also mean TJ Warren. Booker, poise, and hits.
Here's Booker. Nuzzling in and hitting again. And Devin Booker to work, especially without Chris Paul. What a pass. My goodness. That's where the Denver Nuggets actually exploded. Outscoring them 19-37. Right now, this is the Phoenix Suns second quarter. Booker. You bet. And crowd getting frustrated with DeAndre Ayton without a field goal here in game 3. And here's Murray again getting that switch on Ayton. Murray step back 3 is good. Booker, he got it. Booker on 14 of 17 shooting. Jokic dumps it down. Gordon the deep catch. Sneaks between two.
With 2 on the basketball, Randall finds himself open underneath the basket.
Durant there with Landale. Coming up with a stop. Durant looking for the angle.
He started.
Booker connects. Jittering into the paint. Booker. Oh my! Right now, like I said, how long is he going to stay with DeAndre Ayton? Missing a putback job of mixing in the offensive players with the defensive players. Terrence Ross, TJ Warren. Wow! Body! Booker slicing through, cuts it up and in! Finds Warren. He's had a couple big buckets in the fourth. Shot clock fading to Rams. You bet! Booker manages his playoff career high with 47. And an unforgettable night for the Phoenix Suns duo of Booker and Durant.
Predicated off of good defense on this end.
Jokic. Durant probing against Gordon. Crosses over. Pump fakes. Shot. Got it. Will this thing be 2-2 headed back to Denver? Or will the Nuggets even fakes KD? Now to Durant over the top of Green. He hit. Durant puts it in the deck, operates against Gordon. Got it. Out of fouls. Here comes Murray, knifes in, drops a dish. Gordon turned back. Over the top of Ayton. Suns looking to push. Booker the skip to Payne. Unselfish Booker. Splash.
Get out of transition and get easy scoring opportunities.
Jokic inside. This Booker looking to push. Uses the screen, elevates, splash.
Want to double team him.
Booker's going to shoot over 2. Why not? And swings it, I should say. This is Shamet, elevates, got it. Against Bruce Brown, a terrific defender. Shamet. Tracked by Green into the corner. Shamet elevates, got it again.
And have to try to beat you has not worked the last few possessions for the Nuggets.
Shamet. Booker against Caldwell Pope, doubled. KD, got it. Caldwell Pope. Denver runs out of clock.
This is my camera. Devin Booker, I'm sorry, I owe you an apology. I got on TV and said you will not go 20 for 25 again. You messed around and went 14 for 18, 3 of the 4. So, sir, I apologize. Love the way you're playing. And again, now we have a series.
34 for 43 in the last 2 games from the field for Devin Booker.
Ernie.
That's 2K. That's playing 2K. That's cheat code stuff.
I don't know. What I do know is that Devin Booker is having a Jordan-esque, LeBron-esque playoff run. And I thought about that before I said it. The statistics that he's putting up are out of this world. His jump shooting is the best run we have ever seen in the playoffs.
Devin Booker has been and is the best player in the playoffs. I haven't seen a player have a run offensively and be this efficient ever.
This is what we're getting from Devin Booker. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant have been transcendent. Could Denver get a little tight now? It looked like it was smooth sailing for them. We'll find out tonight. And the real question is, how long can Devin Booker keep up what is an impossible shooting stretch flat at 16%? The Denver Nuggets. So, why are they flat? Well, because they've lost a couple games since we last seen them. Jokic has been so good. Well, in this series, he's 37, 14, and 10 on 57-43 splits.
By the way, they beat the number 1 seed in the conference. Jokic is
unstoppable as usual, and they're playing defense. They're it's both ends of the court.
He looked frustrated too.
And especially when they're shooting like this. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's scary that they're starting to get in a groove, and I think it's scary that they're getting contributions from the rest of the team as well.
Jokic trying to back down Ayton. One of the all-time two-game performances for the other end for an easy two. Quick start for Booker. Porter lets it fly. And knifes into the paint. Blocked by Gordon. Look at the shooting for Durant. One of his first 7. Excellent ball movement. This is Bruce Brown from deep. Got it. Murray walks it up the floor, gets it to Jokic. Inside. And that's number 3 on Booker. So potentially big call against Phoenix. Murray puts it down. Shooting, if you just joined us, 7 points. Now to Jokic, steps into the triple. Got it. The Suns bench still screaming. Boy, what a pass. Screen. Suns are out of fouls. Murray, 2-man game, pick and roll. Jokic. The case here in Game 5. Jokic up top. Gordon. Murray. Fakes the pass, backs him down, spins, fakes. Just masterful. Can he now lead this team to a championship? That's the only question left. Joker off of Nikola Jokic. New NBA record for playoff triple-doubles by a center.
Can the Suns still win the series? I'm gonna say yes. But hey, let's go there to win tomorrow night, right? Then take it back to Denver and then win that game. Let's go on to 7. And I'm going with the Suns. I think Kevin Durant will find a way to get it done. I think Devin Booker is going to find a way to get it done. Joy, can the Suns still win the series?
Yeah, I've always felt that this was going to go 7. I think the Suns will win this coming game on Thursday, and I think they'll win Game 7. This is a great team in the Nuggets. Now, they have some things to prove in the postseason, as we know, but they were a great regular season team. They have the back-to-back league MVP in Jokic, who's a bad man.
My man, Devin Booker. D-Book, you've been arguably the best player in this postseason. You have been tremendous. The numbers are unfathomable. You're facing elimination down 3-2, and the last time we saw you down 3-2 or facing elimination,
it
wasn't good. Nick loved it, but I didn't.
Down by 45 at one point. Nikola Jokic. There are those of us who did not like the fact that he seemingly was being held to different standards than other repeat, much less potential 3-time MVPs. And those of us were somewhat unanimous in saying, can we chill out on the regular season awards until we see some more postseason success? Well, now that moment has arrived. If they are able to not only win today, or this in Game 7 if it goes there, but also hold on through the Western Conference Finals and make the finals, there will be no more fair critiques of Nikola Jokic.
Wow.
He will have asserted himself as legitimately, arguably, the best player in the league. And he will have proven all the doubters wrong.
It's interesting what you say, because if he gets to the finals, certainly if he won it, now you know what the conversation starts becoming. Where is he at all time?
Jalen Rose, Stephen A. Smith. Jay, how do the Suns extend tonight without not one but 2 of their most important
First and foremost, they're going to need 75 points from Kevin Durant and Devin Booker.
Okay. You're talking about a guy in Nikola Jokic that has a triple-double from coming off the last game. They're 30-3 this year when the man has had a triple-double. To me, are you ready for this suggestion, Jalen Rose? Don't double. Let him kill you in the interior. Don't let anybody beat you on the perimeter.
And I just think it's not going to be enough, Greeny. I think the Denver Nuggets, if Jamal Murray plays, are going to find a way to win.
With the Nuggets sitting up 3-2. Fidel, what's the first thing you said to me this morning?
I was wrong. I believed in the star power of Kevin Durant. I believed that he would make that group better. Guys, they're not good enough.
But to his point, I picked Phoenix to make it to the final before the postseason began. And
I also believe they could get to the finals. And here, having said all of it, I think we're going to get a Game 7 in Denver.
You think we're going to get a Game 7?
I do.
Phoenix
I don't feel great about it, but I would bet a little bit on it.
On the cut, good defense that time. Caldwell Pope with the steal. Booker will challenge. Caldwell Pope, beautiful move from three-point range. Here's Jokic, nice pass. Caldwell Pope again. He's also hit the 8-man rotation for Michael Malone. A steal by Bruce Brown. Corner three, Caldwell Pope hit another one. Booker defending Murray. Murray in the lane, falling away. Knocks ground. The weak cut. Go through. Murray moving good, Taylor. And Tyler Ford. Murray. Again, nobody picks him up. What a dish. Jokic with the from the floor. Jokic just kept the ball. Never out. Porter. Wild shot.
An absolutely pathetic, awful performance. They're outclassed, they're outmanned, they're out-physical, they're out-game plan. They just don't have anything going for them right now. And all we could do, looking at this Phoenix Suns, the second consecutive time, last year in the closeout game, they were down 30 to Dallas at the half. Today, they're about to go home for the season, down 30 at the half, both times on their home court. It's bad, man.
What kind of effort would they need from KD and Book? I said 75 points.
Yeah.
Right now, they have 19. Contavious Caldwell-Pope himself has 21.
Yeah.
And the Joker, this is really just a graduation to me of his greatness.
Well, America's about to get fully introduced to them. Despite the fact that they have been the best team in the West basically all year long, they don't have the marquee stars. I mean, Jokic is as good a player as there is in the league.
Kevin Durant matches how many field goals he has in the game. What a pass by Jokic. Jokic on the dive.
There's that. Puts it up and rotating and taking away potential layups.
Reggie, the Phoenix Suns season is over. The Denver Nuggets are moving on to the conference finals for the second time in 4 years.
It's hard to think that as much as we've seen him play now, that he can still kind of mesmerize us where we giggle a lot when we watch him play because of how simple the game looks against the most talented athletes in the world, and it just looks like he just does whatever he wants to do, and they all feed off of that.
If people don't appreciate it, if they don't buy this team, well, you're running out of time.
Also like to put the notion, Nikola Jokic is the best center in the universe.
He's not.
If you walk around, if you stand upright, and you can dribble a basketball, and you play the center position,
yeah.
Can't nobody see Yoke right now. Can't nobody see him, not even with the Hubble telescope. And you can see on Jupiter with the Hubble telescope.
I'm going to say it again. I believe they would have won this series if Chris Paul hadn't pulled his groin.
Up to 24%. Denver. I believe the winner of this series is going to win the title. Can Nikola Jokic keep up this unbelievable production? And then there's the Lakers. The biggest piece of the pie, up to 34%.
We've seen a lot of people regress in the playoffs, big men specifically.
This is a good point.
Giannis got hurt, so he went down a little bit. Embiid got hurt, went down a little bit. Joker, healthy, and has gone up. Points, way up.
Yep.
Rebounds, up. Now, the assists, got to get better there. 9.8 to 9.7. But he's been consistent, if not better, in everything.
Jokic has been unbelievable. There is no denying it. I think Oscar's going to be safe as the only guy to ever average 30, 12, and 9 at the end of this, because going up against Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns, and that silly team, and then going up against the Suns' non-existent postseason defense, it's very different than the number one defense in basketball for 2 months in Anthony Davis.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say it's Lakers in Denver. You still taking Denver?
Yep.
I'm just thinking Anthony Davis is healthy. What the Joker gonna do with him, man?
I mean, the Joker's going to do what the Joker does anyway. I don't see AD stopping him. The Joker has so many ball fakes. The Joker's one.
I know AD did pretty well on him last time they met.
I'm about to say AD usually put him in place in the bubble.
Yeah, we keep going back 3.5, 4 years ago. And I'm talking about this Denver team now.
But Jokic tend to not show up against guys that hit.
But you keep going. When? I mean,
and he can move around. Where the Joker got good footwork and does some things that can hold the ball up high over people. He's not going to be able to do that against Anthony Davis.
No,
he's just not. And he's not so powerful that when he's down low, he could just boom, boom, boom AD or whoever's on the blocks in terms of the defense for the Lakers. He's not going to be able to just do that. This isn't DeAndre Ayton taking advantage of him. It's not going to be that easy.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis has to be the best big man on the floor. And if he is, I think the Lakers can advance because Nikola Jokic only had to go through Karl Anthony Towns, who pretty much plays on the perimeter, Rudy Gobert, who's not really an offensive force, second round DeAndre Ayton, who only wanted to shoot from the free throw line extended.
Really finished. But this feels like such an opportunity for Anthony Davis, doesn't
course.
it? There was a moment in time when he was the answer to the question, if you're starting an NBA franchise right now, and you could have any player in the league, people were saying Anthony Davis. No one is saying that now, but this feels like his chance. If he outplays Jokic in this series,
he's back.
The Lakers go to the finals, Davis is back.
Yeah, he's back. But this is not like the bubble matchup, where they also had Dwight Howard coming off the bench. Yep. They also had JaVale McGee coming off the bench. A lot of bodies to throw at Jokic to wear him down. As we saw with DeAndre Ayton in the previous series, Jokic wore Ayton down. And that's your biggest concern with the Lakers is Anthony Davis not only has to give you 25, 30 on this end of the floor, but he's got to guard Jokic 24/7.
And what you get is America's most accurate sports pundit. Some of us had the foresight to say, LeBron plus AD plus just competent role players has equaled a championship the only other year we've had it, and now we have the exact same Final Four as the bubble, and we're about to have the exact same result. But let's talk.
Now you have Denver and the Lakers. I like the Lakers because I think Jokic will face more length and will have more trouble dominating this series. There won't be as many gimmies. I don't know if Michael Porter and Jamal Murray in these moments, I know what I get with AD. I know what I get. I just watched Austin Reeves.
I like the Lakers tonight. I like the Lakers in the series. Right. But the biggest reason that I think the Lakers will win tonight is the Lakers just went through 6 games of having to be totally dialed in defensively to survive. So they are going to be locked in defensively. Conversely, the Nuggets have gone through back-to-back rounds of, as Brew would say, silly defensive teams. So I think this is going to be a punch in the face of real defense immediately that the Nuggets will adjust to eventually. But I think for tonight, the Lakers defense has the upper hand. I think for tonight, with the days of rest, the altitude won't be as big of a factor. I like the Lakers for tonight. I like the Lakers in 6.
I actually have Denver winning tonight.
Thank you, bro.
But I've just grown tired of betting against LeBron James.
Oh gosh.
Are we back?
So I am picking the Lakers to win this series.
My guy.
In 7. The Lakers have faced the tougher challenges so far.
Yep.
Memphis, the number 2 seed. Even though they were banged up, they still were the number 2 seed.
Yep.
Golden State, defending champion. Whereas Denver got the silly Minnesota Timberwolves. And a Phoenix team that was a 2-man team.
Sit out of the pack, turns, fires away again. Jokic comes in for the rebound. And 2:14 on the clock. Caldwell Pope reverse missed it. Jokic on the second tip is good. So a turnover. And all Denver so far. Murray. Jokic right there. Gonna follow him. Porter fakes. Sidestep. 3-pointer. In and out. Jokic another rebound. And the putback. Guy that really lifts his game in the postseason. Gordon drives hard and here the conference finals. Jokic spins, finds Caldwell Pope cutting. It's not a fluke. Jokic goes inside, lays it up to Jokic. A quick spin move inside for the dunk. Couldn't handle it. Here comes Caldwell Pope. Throws it back. Murray to Porter for the slam. Reeves gets inside, swatted by Porter. Caldwell Pope looking. Gets it back out. Porter, corner 3. Got it. Murray fires away. Got it. Bruce Brown. Well, you got the last name right. And spins. Looking. Falling away. And it's good. Jokic just gets it off in time. It's up. Oh, it's good. Of course it goes in.
But here's my fear for Anthony Davis. When the Lakers beat Denver in the bubble, they were starting Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee at center. AD didn't have to guard Jokic.
That's
all right. And I think what Jokic is going to do to him is bring him down low.
Go see it.
Back him up. Yeah. And AD does not like that physical play.
Yeah.
Working people over in the paint.
Gets inside, bangs it in. Brown, 4 on the shot clock. Murray steps back, James all over him, has to hoist it up, and knocks it in. And they do. Porter in the corner. That's good. Off Jeff Green. James, nice slip past Davis. Inside to Hachimura. Davis tries a three-pointer. It's good.
I needed a partner like you out there to see that.
Davis throws it up and puts it in. Half to play. James to Reeves. Reeves throws it up. It's good. And Caldwell Pope comes out of the pack. Here comes Murray. Alley-up to Gordon. Oh, what a... Austin Reeves, the three. Bang! Oh, picks it up top. Caldwell Pope on the drive. Scoop layup. He banks it home. James directing traffic. Three-pointer. Long rebound. Deflected out of bounds. Lines change. James hoists up the three-pointer. Off the side of the rim. Rebound. Murray. They won't foul. That'll do it. The Nuggets survive the comeback and win game 1. Well, I can't wait for game 2.
And to me, what happened is Denver got lax. And they let the Lakers figure out several of these things. And now they can go into tomorrow feeling much better about themselves. I blame Denver for part of that. And I think now this series feels much closer, even though Denver got that first game.
After watching game 1, my caution is gone and my optimism is boundless. Boundless.
Okay. I could see the Lakers at shoot-around today thinking, guys, we're a better team. It's a good loss. We are better than that team.
So, Joy, are you more confident in the Lakers or the Nuggets after game 1?
I'm more confident in the Lakers.
You more confident in the Lakers or the Nuggets after game 1?
I'm going to say the Lakers, Joy. I'm going to roll with you.
But if you're the Lakers this morning, you got to be feeling good.
So I would say they don't really have a reason to feel bad. A loss is a loss. We get that part. But there is cause for optimism. No doubt about that.
But, Skip, I think the Lakers should be encouraged knowing that the Nuggets played as well as they could possibly play for 3 quarters. And late in that ball game, Skip, we still found a way to be in this ball game.
Would you be with Big Perk? Would you be extremely confident if you were a member of the Lakers after game 1? Who won this game? Who won this game? The Nuggets won, right?
But all you got to say is extremely confident. Big Perk. 55% shooting, 47% from 3, and you gave up 132 points in regulation. What extreme confidence is that in a Laker team that depends on what? Defense.
Hell. Yeah, so Joker had 34, 21, and 14.
Shaq-like numbers.
The question, 21.
He's in that category where it ain't nothing you can do. Double, triple, it don't matter. I agree with Shaq because my thing with Joker is he's content to get 20 points and 17 assists. He's not a guy like, I got to get my offensive numbers. Like, listen, I love what the Nuggets have done. They gonna win the championship, in my opinion. And Sean Payton.
Counting the Lakers out, though, like that?
Hell yeah. Guaranteed then. Guaranteed. Okay. I'm going to the Mile High. Okay. Payton and Sean, get the golf courses ready. Chuck coming.
Jokic was the best player on the floor by a mile. And when AD did choose to guard him one-on-one, I think Jokic exploited that matchup. You know, typically when the Denver Nuggets are playing, it's a drive-by for me because he's really good. That's all I can tell you. I can't. What else am I gonna say? It was good to watch and see.
But they didn't. You're right. AD was defensively. He was good all game. I mean, one-on-one, you can't do anything with Jokic.
I thought that AD by himself, one-on-one, could guard Jokic. I thought that. Well, in the first quarter, that was understood that he can't.
Right.
Okay, so Jokic has an all-time game through 3 quarters. And then you stumble into the magic move. Let's put Hachimura on him straight up. You stumbled onto the antidote, man. It would have been psychologically devastating to them if you had won that game.
Oh, it would.
In fact, seriously, it would feel like a sweep could be coming because it would feel like could they even get back off the canvas to figure out how to fight with this?
Yeah.
But it's definitely encouraging for the Lakers because they're going to make some adjustments. They found something with Rui guarding him, and I think it's definitely going to be a lot more competitive game come game 2.
But here's the biggest thing that they should be enthusiastic about. Jokic goes 5 for 5 and scores 12 points in the 3rd quarter. And Darvin Ham switches to Rui Hachimura defending him and basically allowing Anthony Davis to play free safety. From that point forward, Jokic shot like 1 for 6, ended up with about 2 points in the fourth quarter. Clearly wasn't as effective as he was in the first 3 quarters. So I think it's one of those situations where Darvin Ham and the Los Angeles Lakers may have found something there.
If you're telling me you think that Hachimura for the next 6 games guarding Nikola Jokic is the answer, I have news for you. He's got a supercomputer in his brain, just like LeBron James does. He's going to figure this out.
You know, Joker, for those that don't know him, you know, he's got 13 playoff triple doubles now. It's just incredible what he continues to do on a nightly basis on the biggest stage in the world. You know, you win game 1 of the playoffs, and all everybody talked about was the Lakers. Let's be honest, that was a national narrative was, hey, the Lakers are fine. They're down 1-0, but they figured something out. The narrative wasn't about the Nuggets. The narrative wasn't about Nikola. The narrative is about the Lakers and their adjustments. So, you know, you put that in your pipe, you smoke it, and you come back, and you know what? We're going to go up 2-0.
Using a Jokic screen. Inside, nice pass to Jokic. Pass deflects off the rim. There's the pace the Nuggets want to play. Brown kicks it out. Murray, three-pointer. The rebound.
Good job by Joker defending, staying in front of Davis.
Green drives and finish. Gordon on in.
Gordon has turned into a very good defensive player.
James throws it back out. Hachimura wide open. Got it. More. Hachimura. Pull-up jumper. It's good. Rui Hachimura. Jokic gets into the paint. Flips it up. Shot's good and one.
So aggressively, not just the players, but the coaches too. He said they like the pace they're playing with when they get stopped.
Jokic with his 12th rebound, leading the break again. Finds Porter. Porter launches from the left. Aaron hooks and closes though. Shot clock at 3. Gordon drives, goes inside. Jokic, Hachimura using his size, back up top. Caldwell Pope, three-pointer, got it. Tonight for Jamal Murray. James guarding Jokic again. Murray finds the range. Shooter trying to draw a foul on Green. Finds some space, pull-up jumper. It's good. 1-2-0. Here on their own floor. Well, they've got work to do. Porter knocks down the collision with Schroeder. Murray leans in. Double clutching. Got it. Murray fires away at 3. It's good. Murray with Davis on. He's going to have to put it up. Step back. Three-pointer. It's good. Shot clock winding down. Puts up a 3. Jokic back to Murray. Another three-pointer. That's good. Staying in front of LeBron James. Murray, 2-point shot. That's good. 10 seconds remaining. James stripped and stolen by Brown. Brown in the front court. That'll do it. Brown will dribble it out. And the Denver Nuggets are 2 wins away from their first NBA title.
That fourth quarter doomed them. Jamal Murray got hot. And Jamal Murray had 23. The Lakers only scored 24. So the likelihood of you winning a game in which one player almost scores as many points as you do as a team in a quarter, you're probably going to lose. Jamal Murray had as many points by himself, 37, as AD and LeBron had combined. They had 40. He had 37.
But they can play better, and they will play better. This is only the first game. If you start talking to me and when they're down 0-3, then that's a different conversation.
Right. Murray and Jokic round out the 5. Nice up and under. And Murray back on play. Forcing LeBron to that spot. Murray again. Murray drives, spins, and scores. Jamal. And they are so hard to come by. We need to get a hookup from Rich Paul and Adele. Breach. James. Alley-oop to Davis. Murray looks to answer. And does. Jamal. And Murray's going to reset. Now fires away another 3. Puts it in. It around. Meanwhile, Denver couldn't miss early. Jokic. Jokic has 3 fouls. Davis spins and scores. Walker. Back up top. James tries a 3. Got it. Telling James to cut to the basket. Gets it back. He's going to try again. Back to back. Jokic spins. Count it and 1. In
the first 4 minutes. Alley-up inside to Davis. Hachimura backing in. Here's the double team. Out to Brown. Swings it to Green. Jeff Green a three. Got it. Jeff. Jokic kind of daring him to shoot. James gets behind the arc, sets, fires, and hits big. Shot. A cushion given. He takes it and makes it. Jokic answers back with a three. 3 minutes remaining. Going right back to the two-man game. Murray inside. Double team spins. Flips it up and in. A disappointing crowd, obviously. Lakers heading for the locker room.
Stephen A., your thoughts here as the Nuggets now stand one win away from their first ever trip to the NBA Finals.
They toyed with the Los Angeles Lakers. Jamal Murray toyed with them in the first half. Collectively, they toyed with the Lakers in the second half. The Denver Nuggets have brought broomsticks to Southern California. They're on the verge of sweeping this team.
There comes a point in a whole lot of series where both teams know who the better team is. We've reached that point.
And the Nuggets have been knocking on the Western Conference doors the last couple of years. The world just wasn't listening.
No matter what happens over the next week, my analysis after game one and going into the series was incorrect. The Nuggets have been far better in the clutch. They have been the more resilient team. They look like the fresher team.
What about Rui Hachimura? I heard after game one,
he was
Darvin Ham's like, don't worry, we're fine. Trust me.
I agree with you that the Nuggets have been an afterthought for much of the media. And when we have said all year the West is wide open, it was in large part because the #1 seed with the two-time MVP most did not fully believe in.
I knew deep down inside that this was going to happen.
Well, then why did you pick them?
Because as the analyst I could see that Denver was the better team.
Yeah.
The teams the Lakers beat were broken. Memphis obviously was all interior, driving to the paint. No three-point shooting for the most part. Golden State was all perimeter. Denver, of course, is balanced. They got Jokic inside. They've got great three-point shooting. And they have made mincemeat out of this league best defense, supposedly.
Hold on a second, though. This is the definition of revisionist history.
No.
You picked the Grizzlies knowing the injuries. You picked the Warriors to win the title knowing the punch.
No.
The Denver Nuggets will decide whether this is a sweep. If they say, we ain't messing around, we ain't playing around, we want to send a message and we ain't taking any chances, this is over Monday.
Okay.
Lakers win in great fashion tonight. It's going back to Denver.
I think the Lakers come out and punch first. Yep. And the Nuggets punch back. And if they punch back in the way that I think that they are going to, then I think this ends tonight.
What if the Lakers punch and drop them?
That's
Hachimura posting up Murray, goes right inside, blocks.
They're reluctant, or James is reluctant to go in there more as Pope.
And a starter is coming back to L.A. James now drives, spins, goes inside. Nice footwork, jump shot, got it.
By Russell, baseline drive, baseline drift.
Inside. Porter, guarding James, backs in, using his strength. Couple of fakes, layup, shots good, and one. James sets, fires, connects. This time Murray has it. Murray on the drive, looking. Michael Porter tries again, got that one. Murray gets inside, back to Jokic, shot clock winding down. Jokic has to put it up. High off the three, oh, he knocked it. James spins, gets inside. Murray drives, high arcing shot. Oh, what a shot.
Going at the basket from the post or isolating.
Jokic shoot, and Caldwell Pope comes away. Back door, Caldwell Pope layup. This time he banks it in on a foul. James head down, tries in, and finishes. Up top, Jokic 5 to shoot. James reaching in. Ball away, shot is good. Up top to Jokic. Inside the Gordon, throws it down, and the foul. Like Jokic doing it for Denver. James drives on Jokic, gets inside. Quick bucket for Jokic has to put it up. Falling away, puts it up. Bang! After play, James up top, Schroeder. Reeves fires away, puts it in.
Anthony Davis.
On the inbound, Jokic drives and puts it up and in. Reeves holding. James comes out of the back. James on the drive, goes inside. Stop, shot, lock, gets it back. It's over. It's over. Denver makes history. The Nuggets are going to the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history.
Nick called me this morning, crying. And he said, Wilds, I don't want to do title pie. There's not enough slices, and my beloved Lakers are out of title pie. We owe it to the audience to deliver yet another delicious episode of title pie, and you, my friend, deserve a little bit of humble pie. So take it away.
Nick, are you going to apologize to Nikola Jokic? Yeah, listen, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry that I wanted to hold Nikola Jokic to the same standard that every great player ever has been held to. That's all. I said this year that if he had not, in my opinion, unjustly won the previous 2 MVPs, I would have voted for him this year.
And let me tell you something, Ernie. Yeah, when that team, when they were getting stomped last night and came back and won, that was impressive. And that should have been what we talked about all day.
Joker averaged 28, 14, and 12 for the series. He has 8 triple-doubles in 15 postseason games.
Congratulations to the best center in basketball. They have earned it, they deserve it, and they have been the most complete basketball team from start to finish, from every aspect of the game. And they swept. It's only been like a month ago. Oh, the Warriors got that championship DNA. See how they won Game 7 in Sacramento. They're going to win the championship. Then they lose. Then they play the Phoenix Suns with Booker and KD. They're not going to beat Booker and KD. No, they gone. Now, whoa, the Lakers got it together now. AD's playing. They're going to beat the Nuggets. 4 quickies.
And they ran into a team in Denver that has been underrated by many, including myself, all year, and a player in Nikola Jokic who was playing up to his multiple regular season accolades this postseason, and they deserve credit.
Can Jokic, by the time these playoffs are done, be the guy in this league? Be considered the best player in the NBA?
So hold up, though. The guy who's won MVP 2 times already.
Yep.
You're saying is now just entering the conversation for best player in the league? He's been in that conversation.
Not really, Jay.
Now, I know all along I've always had Joker, he puts me to sleep and things like that. That's called a bit, if you didn't know, Jay. I ain't no damn fool. Like LeBron, the dude can play, man.
AD is a great player. He's not Jokic level. He's not. He was several years ago. He was, I thought, better than Jokic several years ago in the bubble.
And by the way, let's stop referencing the bubble. That was 4 years ago.
Jokic is the best player on the planet right now. He is.
Yeah.
He's the best player on the planet. They have a very deep roster, and we're probably not giving them all the flowers they deserve because, look, like it or not, Nuggets fans don't want to hear this. They had something to prove.
Honestly, I do believe he is the best player in the world. Wow. It's certainly in my mind between him and Giannis.
Yeah.
Embiid's out of it as far as I'm concerned, as far as best player in the world. So Jokic has no weaknesses offensively. He'll score on you on the block. He'll hit the jump shot. He'll hit the 3. He's a phenomenal passer, best passing big man ever in my book. In the last 2 years, he hasn't had Murray, and that's big.
But I think you're going to test now. Yeah. No more slandering Yoke. He the real deal. No more slandering Yoke.
Well, who slandered
you?
I'll take Joel Embiid any
No, you won't.
day.
You take him where?
I'll take him to the finals if he's right. If he doesn't have a torn ligament.
No.
Okay.
No, that's a long time.
Yeah, it's too bad they're going to lose to the Heat in the finals.
I know you won't bet that.
Yeah.
We go ahead and put dew on it right now. Put dew on it right now.
Let's.
What's more likely?
That's why.
Nuggets sweep or Heat win the finals?
So I just want to say that for the record, Stephen A., I am calling for the Denver Nuggets to sweep the Miami Heat.
Listen, I believe that the Denver Nuggets are the better team. I believe they should be favored. I believe they'll probably win this in 6 games.
And Max, you have Miami in 7.
Yeah, I think Miami. I did not think they beat the Bucks. I thought they'd give them a tough series. Right? They beat the Bucks. I didn't think they beat the Celtics. They beat the Celtics. I'm not going to be fooled 3 times by this team. I'm done sleeping on them. Who will be the eventual champion this year? Who wins the title this year?
The Nuggets, man.
They want the Heat to win. I believe they will beat them in 5 games. They just don't have a matchup for Jokic. Bam is just not enough.
Jimmy has been playing like an unstoppable force throughout this postseason. Jokic is an unstoppable force. There is no answer. And while I don't think there's a defender out there that is a good defensive matchup for him.
But now we do have our final installment before the finals begin. At 49.9%, up 0.9%.
Oh, up 0.9.
It's the Denver Nuggets, which therefore, of course, means at 50.1%, down 0.9%, is the Miami Heat.
I am going with Denver.
Thank you.
Okay? This Heat team is reminding me a bit of 2 teams we saw. The Cavs in 07 with LeBron, where they shocked everybody, beat a great Detroit team, and they were just overmatched by the Spurs. And then the Knicks team in 99, the only other 8th seed to get to the finals. I was covering them.
Spree Allen Houston.
And, yep. They had looked great in the East, got to the finals, were overmatched.
36% from 3 during these playoffs. Nice entry pass, Jokic, and Gordon goes right at Vincent. Aaron Gordon, different about defense earlier in his career. Nice entry pass. Adebayo right into Jokic, finds Murray wide open. Brown. Caldwell Pope fires up a 3. Rebound Zeller. Knocked away. Picked up Gordon. Nice feed. And just first rest. Murray fakes. Fires. 3-pointer straight on. Got it. 7 years old. Pass deflected. Brown to Porter. Brown floats it up. Way off. Porter right there with a slam. Terrific dish. Jokic, here comes the double team. Spins away. Finds Brown. Wide open. Bruce Brown from Murray on the drive. Jokic again, the entry pass, and Gordon banks it home.
They had a 5-on-4 the whole possession.
Caldwell Pope for 3. It's good. Lurking behind. Brown sets, fires, and hits. Brown, little one-handed. Brown, another floater, one-hander, first to 24. Murray trying to find something, gets it to Jokic. Jokic inside to Jeff Green, another beautiful. Whips it to Porter. Porter fakes. Porter drives. Inside Jokic, layup is good. Murray drives out Highsmith, stops, turns off 1 foot, shot is good. Pokes it away. 4 to shoot. Jokic falling away, puts it in.
You know, after the Nuggets beat the Lakers in Game 1, I believe, said you had boundless optimism.
That's
My optimism is boundless.
Well, the first thing is what I said, not the
Well, I have
second.
great news for you.
Yeah.
Miami also lost Game 1 in Denver.
Am I going to be overly swayed by 1 game? No. But they obviously can't win when they shoot like that. Denver is an excellent team. Denver had good reason to be the favorite. We talked about it yesterday. They have the best player in the series. They have home court. They have a really dynamic second option. But do I think, based on that game with that horrific of a shooting performance, that Miami's drawing dead? I don't. Really?
You
The
talked
shooting
about
was
how
facts?
poorly the
Yeah.
Heat shot.
Yes.
They
That
shot
was the difference.
33% from 3.
No.
My goodness.
No.
How can you win a game
No,
shooting
that's
33%?
misleading, though.
I don't know. Ask Denver. Denver shot 29% from 3.
Oh, what do you know?
So don't give me all this, the Heat, they about to, that wasn't them. They didn't shoot well. Well, neither did Denver.
All right, let's dig in on Joker. He made it all look easy, only had 10 points at half, but decided to start scoring and added 12 in the fourth, ends the game with 27, 10, and 14. So, Brew, did he look like the best player in the world to you last night?
This dude, he's the best player in the world. And I think it's, after this series, when they win, I think it'll be darn near undisputed. Through the first 3 quarters, he took 5 shots and was dominating the game.
Yep. So
he's the best passing big man ever. And I think, look, we're watching something special.
Off the miss, Jokic strips. That's the first shot Nikola Jokic took in the game.
I mean, you look at the way they started. They went to a mismatch with Aaron Gordon. Then Jamal Murray got it going with some action. At this point, Jokic hadn't really even going into anything remotely resembling scoring mode, perfectly willing and content to just take what's there.
How rare is that for a true superstar to just completely I don't have to shoot? That's rare to me.
He realizes that's not necessarily what's going to make their team hum. What makes their team hum is him making decisions with his passing and his anticipation to get other guys shots, to make them feel included, to give them confidence, and to make them ultimately really, really difficult for any team to guard.
Nikola Jokic, I think last night he proved he's the best player in the NBA, and I'm not sure it's close because the man had 27 points on 12 shots. That's crazy. He had 14 assists with 1 turnover. He has 9 triple-doubles. I mean, what can't he do? But the Nuggets, I believe the Nuggets are a better team, and I don't think this is going to be an extended series.
Vincent, one of the rare Heat players who shot well the other night.
Jokic hasn't defended.
And was their leading scorer in game 1. As Strus knocks it down.
You mentioned that about Jokic in the last game, Mark.
Jokic, gorgeous pass and gorgeous already for Denver. Only had 10 the entire game 1. Adebayo, soft touch is good. Butler now drives on Caldwell Pope, gets inside, shot is good. 5 on the 24. Strus, long distance, knocks it down.
Mistakes off of shooters after a bad game. You've got to make sure they continue to...
Questionable before the game. Has been feeling sick last couple of days. Jokic running, just deflected by Adebayo, stolen by Murray. One man to beat. Murray goes up, throws it down, and the foul. Picks him up on the switch. Murray step back, drives in, spins, falling away. Got it. Goes to Murray. Murray to Brown, and the stop. Much more aggressive than in game 1. Jokic touch pass to Clark. Miami bouncing back. That's been the storyline all season for the Heat. Vincent fires and hits. Vincent
and be a little less efficient.
Vincent wide open, puts it up, puts it in. Have to go here in the third. Jokic backs in. Soft touch one pass, but it gets to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Lowry at 3. It's good. Jokic looking to take Zeller. Backs down, draws the foul. Shot's good, and one. Stolen by Brown. Here comes Jokic. Bringing it up the floor, going coast to coast layup. It's good.
This has to be our best quarter defensively. Simply stated, we can't give up open threes. And what's been plaguing us all night is
because you're sitting on the sideline. Duncan Robinson drives and finishes. 17 years. Robinson fires and hits a free point to these playoffs. Lowry, Adebayo jumper, got it. Trying to find an opening. Butler, corner 3. It's good. Jimmy 6 to shoot. Caldwell Pope chasing with 5 fouls. Inside, Adebayo, and a foul. Right back to him. Out to Martin. Martin, 3-pointer. Puts it in. Kicked. Murray, a 3-pointer. That's good. Come on. Jimmy Butler, jump shot. It's good. Not Caldwell Pope, 3-pointer. That won't go. Jokic trying to grab the rebound. Back out to Murray. His 3-pointer. Murray looking. Adebayo on him. To Jokic. Vincent all over him. Jokic layup shot. Rolls around and drops through. Using it. 4 seconds. Murray step back. 3-pointer. Won't go. Fight for the rebound. Martin. And it's over. The Miami Heat have tied the NBA Finals.
We talked about the strategy against Jokic. Do you let him eat or do you make him distribute? And in this game, Nikola Jokic had 41 points. He had only 4 assists, Stephen A. Clearly, that was the defensive strategy, and to at least some degree, it worked.
Well, I was on the call in the 2 losses prior to this one. In Minnesota, Jokic went for 43. And in Phoenix, he went for 53. And tonight, what do you go? 41. And then in all the 40-plus games he's had this season, 8 of them, they're 4-4. And they basically said, you know what, we're going to make him beat us, but we're going to slow down everybody else. And you know what? It appeared that game plan worked.
Yep. To me, they came out flat. They were playing this game like a regular season game. And even when they kept it going, the Heat had got their confidence.
Denver did come out flat, and they should be ashamed because, you know, all the talk about, you know, championship ready and, you know, them being the favorites. They did what they had to do in game 1, but Chuck makes a great point. You should never come out flat when you have the home court
It's
advantage.
inexplicable in an NBA Finals game.
It was crazy. Early in the playoffs, no one was really talking about Denver. You know, in the West, they were talking about Phoenix. They were talking about Golden State.
Always
even
the
the Lakers.
Yep.
And so they always had this sort of like chip on their shoulders, something to prove. But then all of a sudden, like,
Now they're the heavy favorite.
now they're the favorite.
Yeah.
It's, you know, sort of a different ball game for them.
They have Spo, they have playoff Jimmy, they have Heat culture, and you guys at this point have to admit it, they have the basketball gods clearly on their side. And guys, last night's game should be very ominous for Denver. Denver went on a 33-9 run in this game and lost. Denver, aside from the Zeller minutes, I thought Miami dominated Denver yesterday.
Your man Joker scored 28 in the second half last night. He was extraordinary on the offensive end. His teammates were not extraordinary for the most part because he had only 4 assists.
Right.
Is that the magic formula? Is you just defend his teammates as hard as you can defend them?
That fourth quarter, you won't see a better fourth quarter than what they played on the offensive end. The Heat scored 36 points on 19 possessions. That's the most efficient fourth quarter of any team in any game in the last 2 seasons. Well, when you put up historic numbers like that in the fourth quarter, you're probably going to win the ball game, and they did. We got a series now.
Back up top to Murray. Murray the drive, backs it on. Backs Bruce with the assists. So contributions from everyone. Murray floats it up and in. Mike Butler. Jokic backs in. Just too big and too strong. Jokic calling for the ball against Kevin Love. Spins, flips it up and in. To the zone. Jokic, the feed, man. Christian Brown from side to Green. Shot clock at 2. Murray. Jokic, double team. Murray fires away. Connects on it. 21 for Jimmy Butler. Jokic with a three-pointer. It's Brown with a steal. Ahead of the pack. Throws it down. Christensen up the floor. Goes right at Butler. Leans in. Shot is good. It's Christian Brown to Jokic. And Jokic puts it up. Plenty of time remaining. Adebayo double teaming. Murray finds Brown. Brown gets inside. Count it and 1. There's a lot of time left for a team that loves to have big comebacks. Murray, jump shot is good. Murray back up. Jokic fakes, spins the pirouette. And the bucket is with references a number of times. He's a great competitor. Murray off the glass, little circuit.
Got his rebound, so they have 2 30-point triple-doubles here in Game 3 for the Nuggets.
And first ever player to drop 32, 21, and 10 in the NBA Finals game.
In the history of the NBA playoffs, there have been 5 total 30-point, 20 rebound, 10 assist triple-doubles.
I didn't realize this. I knew it was the first time in playoff history, but it's the first time in the history of the NBA that 2 teammates had 30-point triple-doubles. That's crazy. Are you really to say it right now? You really go on record right now? Go on record right now. He the best player in the NBA. Go ahead and say it right now with your chest out.
The MVP of this league was Joel Embiid for a reason.
Where is he?
For a reason.
Where is he? You know what? I've been looking for him. Where is he? I've been looking for him.
He's healing up.
Healing up for what? Butt kicking?
I think the Nuggets looked the scariest they have looked all postseason yesterday. They did something that I think every champion needs to be able to do.
And
But
Gordon was pretty
KCP,
good.
Bruce Brown, and Michael Porter Jr. were 3 for 16 from the field and 1 of 8 from 3. So why did Denver win? Because their superstar and their overqualified Robin, secondary guy, were fantastic. Historically great.
Not offering any clearly believe Denver's a better team.
This is
that was after that soliloquy. I mean, my goodness, where was the chest beating? Where was the denial?
I'm more confident now.
Exactly. Where
the
was all
idea
that?
that 2 guys are going to have a triple-double in Game 4.
They're going to keep that
boundless optimism.
Hold on a second. This is the spot that Miami has thrived all playoffs, when they feel like they are the more desperate team.
Vincent looks to help. Jokic doesn't need it as he scores. So he was in foul trouble in game 3. He'll need some offense from Vincent. Kevin Love lines it up, knocks down a 3. Vincent in pursuit. Step back, Murray. Got it. Robinson comes across. They get it to Butler, fires away, and knocks it down. Bruce Brown gets into the paint, stops. Gordon, a three-pointer. That's good.
Keeping the ball out of the paint and on the shot, blocking out.
Yep.
Another excellent feed by Adebayo.
Up catch from Gordon. On a strut to Lowry. Caleb Martin. Oh, nice crossover. Gets inside. Beautiful shot. Caldwell Pope. Oh, what a pass. Knocks down those free throws. Largest lead of the first half. Adebayo. Oh, comes Lowry. Inside from Adebayo. Top to Jokic. Jokic head down, drives, feeds Porter. Porter for the slam. Adebayo so versatile defensively. Jokic throws it up for Gordon. Murray. Jokic throws it inside to Gordon. Oh, nice hands, Brown. Jokic ahead to Murray. Murray goes and Lowry blocked by Adebayo. Bruce Brown guarding him. Gordon looking to help. Butler backs in, leans in. Baseline jumper's good.
Dramatically with his finishing game off the dribble.
Murray kicks it out of the corner. Jeff Green knocks down a 3 by Caldwell Pope. Butler gets it back. Caldwell Pope grabs it, knocks it loose. Here comes Gordon to Murray. Inside, Bruce Brown lays it up and in. Jokic setting a screen. Bruce Brown, jump shot, one-handed, it's good. Out of Brown. Brown drives with confidence. Lamb banks it in off the glass. Adebayo lost the handle. Jokic was right there. Here comes Gordon. Gordon to Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope, three-pointer. From Tatum.
The Denver Nuggets are 1 win away from their first ever NBA title.
Time to admit the series is over.
Specifically, we crafted it for you.
Because you did admit, I mean, you admitted it on Friday.
Where art thou?
Yeah, they
Why have they forsaken the Miami Heat and me at our moment of need?
Right.
Why in that moment does Aaron Gordon have his career playoff high? Does Bruce Brown channel his inner Tony Parker that I didn't know existed with 21 on 11 shots? Is the series over? I, like Jimmy Butler, am focused on tonight. And I, like Jimmy Butler, believe the Miami Heat, with their backs against the wall, with Pat Riley and Alonzo Mourning and the hostile Denver crowd and Heat culture, can dig down and extend the series.
Vincent putting on a lot of pressure. Jokic sets a hard screen. Vincent hard, and Murray throws it down.
Extremely well.
11 straight misses now. Jeff Green on a beautiful pass. Jokic, who still hasn't taken a shot. That ends right now. But right to Murray. Murray a 3. Porter the rebound. Back up and in. And Jokic. Jokic backing in. Double team. Gets up the shot. Just pulls his way. Murray's got Strus on him. Little shake and bake. Now looking to post up. Falling away. Got it up and in. Vincent well off. Here comes Porter. Kicks it out. Murray. Corner 3. It's good. Jamal Murray sent to check back in. Ball poked away by Jokic. Picked up by Porter. Porter drives between the legs. Layup is good. Rebound Porter. Porter a 3. Puts it in. Gordon left open. Bruce Brown fakes. Back up top. They swing it to Murray. Murray a 3-pointer. Back to Jokic. Spins against Adebayo. Tough shot falling away. Murray, jumper, puts it in. Back. Finds Jokic. Martin on him. Jokic drives down the lane. Layup is good. Murray falling away. Rebound. Brown banks it home. Bruce Brown finds Strus back to Lowry. There it is. 3-pointer. Won't go. Rebound. Caldwell Pope. They're not going to foul. It's over. At last, the long wait is over. After 47 years, the Denver Nuggets can finally call themselves NBA champions.
we didn't expect the Nuggets to be in this situation. And they were the best team in the Western Conference this year. And they've gone through their struggles through the postseason over the past few years. They've been there, then they get knocked out, then they have injuries. So they've really been able to put everything together on this run. They've won dominantly and beat great players on the way to this finals run. But I think it also really validates Jokic. We've had a lot of questions. Is he, picking up stats during the regular season? That doesn't really mean anything when it gets to the postseason. So does he really deserve to win, 3 straight MVPs? And I was one of those people. But we can see with our eyeballs now how good he is.
They were a 1 seed all season long, but we questioned if they were really going to get here. We didn't know if the Nuggets were going to get past the Suns. Didn't know if the Nuggets were going to get past the Lakers. Jokic, he's a 2-time regular season MVP, but we didn't know just how good he was because his performances had yet to be notarized. We tried to say that, well, it is the rise of analytics which gave Jokic an MVP. Some people tried to take away Jokic's accomplishments, bringing different things like race and other attributes into the picture.
Jokic, if he goes on to win this, now Michael Malone touched on this, people want to talk about him stat padding, people wanted to make the MVP discussion about race, all this stuff. It got kind of ugly at times.
I mean, and this guy is a 2-time MVP back-to-back for a reason. You know what's funny? We criticize him so much. Why is he getting MVP again? He's stat padding. He's doing the same thing he did. In 2 years, he's doing the same thing in the playoffs, in the finals. He's averaging a triple-double.
You've come around, haven't you?
On Jokic?
Yeah.
My general gripe was, I felt that Nikola Jokic was a very, very good player who was being treated like an all-time legend. I was wrong. He's an all-time legend. I was late to the train. People saw it in a way I didn't see it.
Yeah.
He's an all-time great
Enough
player.
with the tweets, okay? Is that what you wanted, all right?